the string going. There's no escaping. But maybe with the prowess of movement that MPG has, he may be able to circumvent any combo starters or maybe able to DI out and get away from those patented Yoda Cage combos. And he may be giving Yoda Cage a lot more of a run for his money as MPG stretches his arms first and foremost, because it is going to be a slogfest as we get a Philly patented winners finals coming at you. Yoda Cage and MPG. Let's get things started.
Delaware's very own, and Philly basically claims.
We claim, yes,
yeah,
exactly.
they claim. However, he has to go up against Yoda Cage, who's been on a tear right now. Yoda Cage, a formerly ranked #1 player in Philly at a point in time, now taken by MPG, who has been on a tear, not just here in Philly, but in every major that he's attended. He's been just showcasing what he's all about, what Mega Man is all about, and I see him showing no signs of stopping here. However, Yoda Cage has a lot to prove. Already proved himself to be one of, if not the best Bowser Jr., and getting a win on MPG can just really make that statement a lot more valid.
Now, I want to say the next statement, it was in nefarious purposes, but I recognizing Yoda Cage is doing a lot more tricky movement. I think that's akin to him learning how to time out Steve, which is the nefarious portion of it. But right now, it's working out for him in terms of keeping MPG, who is our movement king in the residential area, just, not giving him any sort of character interactions, the scrap heaps that I forgot the character, Mega Man looks for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Yoda Cage just moving around and serpentining so much that MPG can't get anything started in these early interactions.
I love the jab cancel straight into the grab right there, just forcing MPG. And that says a lot because, right now it may be like, okay, he just grabbed him. No, that is conditioning. That is something that can moving forward for the rest of the set. We can see that play a huge factor as a jab. Not going to be enough to take it, but Yoda Cage on the upper edge right now as the Crash Bomber going to put him back off stage. Almost losing that stock right there to there.
I think he was a little... I mean, Yoda Cage was in control, so I don't agree with him going off stage that much to try to get the dedicated kill. I mean, he had the ground control locked so much that I feel that maybe he could just let Mega Man get back on stage and find the stock somewhere on there. To his detriment, however, he did eat about 34 and 40%, while MPG did get control. Finally gets a back air fiend, but he could have been sitting at a lot better percent looking down his first stock here. But he gets a jab in. Okay.
Good SDI coming out from MPG right there, escaping, taking all this damage. But even then, like he already foresaw the future and knew that he was going to get hit by it again. What a Mecha Koopa placement into the cannonball. There was nowhere for you to go. You're either going to get hit with the Mecha or the cannonball. If not, you're going to probably get hit with these jabs. You got to take one or the other.
That was Oracle of Delphi levels of foresight. That was just insane the way he threw that Mecha Koopa in the air. And then, like 2 months later, it comes in to benefit him. Right now, yes, up smash going to take out MPG, give MPG an even stock advantage here. But right now, 93%. Really, and again, Yoda Cage just fiending to that mid to far gameplay, zooming back and forth, hopping in and out of aggression in the area. It's just so hard for MPG to get anything started.
Yeah, and I mean, I love the way that Yoda Cage is going about it. Like, he's waiting for the opportunity to strike. He knows MPG has to get in because even though Mega Man has a lot of projectiles, he still has to get into that mid-range, even closer at times if he wants to start converting. But these Mecha Koopas, even the cannonball placements have been immaculate so far from Yoda Cage. Like, he's really forcing MPG to have to come in. And the character that we believe to be building a wall is the one that is having to deal with the wall.
Exactly. I was about to say, yeah, on paper, you say Mega Man and Bowser Jr., you think Mega Man is the one that's going to put up a lot more, projectiles in order to excel in that mid to far range. Oh, just missing the spike of that down air. But yeah, I mean, on paper, you see Mega Man winning those far-away interactions, not the way the swing has going, and the patented 1-2 swing of those boxing gloves going to put Yoda Cage on an even higher pedestal in this round one.
Hey man, Ludwig's chess boxing tournament's happening this weekend. Might as well get those hands ready if you're Morton. And Yoda Cage really showcasing. I mean, ironically, Yoda Cage is a chess master as well. So
yeah, that's true.
So, everything pans out for Yoda Cage in this instance. Leaf Shield not going to be enough to get him off that armor, as the side B is going to save Yoda Cage for the meantime, getting these Sour Spot Fairs in, getting the damage that he needs to. I mean, MPG fought back hard, showing a lot of resiliency, but Yoda Cage is really making it hard for MPG to get this stock.
Yeah, he's he's playing that mid zone and letting the Saw Blade do its work off stage, but on stage, I want to say MPG has turned up the aggression to 11 at this point, and he's recognizing that it's benefiting him. If you don't let Yoda Cage serpentine around the way you do, and you just even have character presence, like, that's a threatening thing in this game, like, because the unexpected attack or movement in is a certain mind game you can put into your opponent.
Yeah. And
for right now, it's paying off for MPG when he was at a deficit, looking for any sort of advantage going up against the movement, ghost, I guess you could call it, that Yoda Cage was putting putting forward.
Yeah, and you're seeing a lot of a slow-paced game coming out from Yoda Cage now as we're reaching the 1 minute 30 mark real soon. I mean, we could be seeing a stock flying soon. However, I mean, it's going to take some time because Yoda Cage does not want to commit. And you also know MPG is just trying to find those ways to get in, even with the grab just barely missing. But now we have a pretty even game, only a 3% deficit, and then some now in MPG's favor.
And it speaks to, again, that sort of page that he's taken out of Yoda Cage's book in this round, the way he popped up Rush in the middle of the stage to just immediately jettison himself from the aggression. Just MPG is, you know, again, just going toe-to-toe in terms of serpentining, looking for potential up smash. Gage was clenching everything back here.
That was so close. I mean, everything was set up perfectly, but you don't want to overcommit.
True.
You don't want to let it rip because if you get punished... Oh, my God! I was going to say, if you get punished for throwing out an unsafe move, I mean, you're probably going to lose your stock, but the one that threw the unsafe move and it ended up paying dividends and then some is Yoda Cage cannonball into a Mecha Koopa that was already stuck on to MPG, giving Yoda Cage game 1.
Yo, that was out of the playbook from Andy Reid, circa Eagles years, man. He had that set up, locked down. You're going to run this route. You're going to go in for me. You're going to juke him. Running downfield coverage, just insane combo setup to give Yoda Cage that round 1 advantage. How much of a slog was that round 1? We have at least 1 more to go. Sorry, 2 more to go. This is a winner's finals.
Yeah.
He could swing this 3-2, but I'm just excited to see what happens next.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to get this set going in your favor so far. I mean, Yoda Cage really, I mean, despite taking that game, MPG was showing signs that he could probably just steal this game away. But Yoda Cage fought strong, finished the job, put himself on the board. Right now, sitting in a pretty comfortable position in terms of, you know, having the set go in your favor because now I feel like counter picks, if we already get to that point, will go in Yoda Cage's favor as of right now.
And the pick of the stage, I'm thinking that MPG does need platform resets for certain combos, but if you give Bowser Jr. more combos, that sort of just leans it more towards in his favor. So this is sort of the middle ground where MPG can get combos started, but he doesn't give anything for Yoda Cage to either escape to or to get a second platform reset, because both can get the first, but if you give Bowser Jr. a second platform reset string, it's just too much damage that'll be accumulated on. So I like this stage pick, and right now it's taking him to the skies. Amazing pick, sending them to the tippy tops of Battlefield. MPG surging ahead.
Crash Bomber into the up air tornado to finish the stock. That's going to be MPG putting himself on the board with a pretty comfortable lead, only taking 56%, as Yoda Cage is just trying to find these hits and got 2 raw up smashes to go along to tack on all this damage already. Is definitely showing signs of like to bring things back. And I think the name of this game is going to come down to the projectile usage. Not only the Mecha Koopas, not only the Lemons, but whoever is able to utilize that Metal Blade to their advantage can definitely start, you know, we'll definitely be seeing this game go a little bit more towards that player's favor.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially in regard to how they convert off of that, the Mecha Koopa can walk by itself, the Metal Blade, Mega Man can run out of that pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It's how they convert from that pressure with projectiles to where they can rush up and start getting a lot more CQC assertive. Is going to be the name of the game. How they can swap from that from those 2 game states. And right now, with 90% accrued and almost taking them out to the skies yet again, MPG has found his footing finally in this round 2. We'll see if he can keep it up.
Yeah, that was a good DI check coming out from MPG right there as he tried to shift the momentum of the DI, going from up into the side instead. Right now, Yoda Cage fighting for his life, but hanging on for dear life as he sits at 145. We've been seeing Yoda Cage live for these long percentages, despite him losing that stock. I mean, the survivability right now coming out from Yoda Cage has been nothing but tremendous.
Oh yeah, against MPG, who can, like we were alluding to, switch that dial from faraway gameplay to in your face, as we see 3 up airs from Mega Man of all things, all 3 connecting. But a certain jab will be able to even things up there, at least in terms of percentages. Like you said before, MPG sitting pretty with the stock advantage. Conversions be damned. I got some in my playbook, says MPG. As right now, Yoda Cage struggling to get back, and the Shoryu finisher. 1, 2, all 3 stocks. All 3 stocks sent him to the heavens.
Yeah, that was a great performance right there from MPG. He definitely needed that momentum boost, and to shift it back into his favor, that's a good way to take the game. I mean, everything just kind of panned out. Like, he got Yoda Cage exactly where he needed to get him to get all the percentage, to get those combos going. We saw those 3 up airs connect. It was just like he was calling out Yoda Cage for where he was going to land, where he wanted to go, and it paid off. And even then, despite everything, I think we're going to see the same stage.
That's actually surprising. Yeah, I would not expect that from Yoda Cage.
Yeah, we
wow,
will be seeing it.
I mean, that's huge because the way that up air was just able to just apply either pressure or damage, well, Yoda Cage doesn't have anything like that in the toolkit of Bowser Jr. I mean, he's the one sitting down, so he has to one to recognize the chips in the armor here. We'll see what he has unlocked here.
What a way to kick off. 52% in only the first 10 seconds.
It's not looking too good in terms of Yoda Cage's new strategy, or maybe he's keeping it in reserves, but it is just shadows of it need to be seen early on, because right now MPG going untouched and just, again, controlling the flow of the character placements and thereby controlling the flow of the game.
Finally, we're going to see some up throw into up air strings coming out from Yoda Cage. We haven't really seen that at all throughout the set, but finally going to put himself on the board, evening things back out pretty smoothly. Yeah, like you mentioned right there, that's not going to be the stock, but that is damage coming out. We're going to be seeing a bit of passive aggression coming out from Yoda Cage. He's going to find those openings. He doesn't want to force him, because if he overcommits, we already seen MPG take full advantage, especially on the stage. So you have to be very careful with the way that you go about approaching. We see a raw up smash get clanked with the down air, though.
That is a huge roll of the dice, though, to let MPG do his thing and hopefully find something at the end of it.
Yeah.
That is because you're giving MPG all the control and just letting him expire everything. If even you slip up, even for that instance, he's still in control at that moment, but control be damned. Yoda Cage has grasped the wheel from MPG. He is certainly in control, at least on stocks. But while mixing it up with the Saw Blade assist, Yoda Cage is getting that firm grip, that 10 and 2 that you need when you control all the cars out there, but certainly in this set.
Yeah, you're not the only one nasty with the Metal Blade, says Yoda Cage. As MPG, you know, on the driver's end, as he sits with these 2 stocks, but, you know, once again, the survivability so far of Yoda Cage, what a beautiful catch. And still being able to snap ledge, that says a lot about what... Oh, okay, never mind. That says a lot about what Yoda Cage can do with this character, man.
At 36 now, Yoda Cage resetting back to that serpentining nature. And again, like you said, he did just have to let MPG expire with that fair landing on platform that could have given Yoda Cage an opportunity. But Yoda Cage, again, just one tiny slip-up, and with MPG already in control of the combo throwing out there, he's just giving too many opportunities for MPG to control the flow of the gameplay, I think.
Yeah. I just feel like, you know, at the end of the day, we were seeing a lot of a mid-range game coming out from the beginning in that game 1, but now MPG says, all right, I'll play the mid-game, but the moment that I get in your face, I'm also not going to allow you to play this game. As
word.
Right now, is this going to be the stock?
Yes, it is! I mean, the way that he was... I mean, no, he wasn't giving MPG any sort of respect off stage. I think he was just a little too far away. Back air going to cinch that one, make it 1-1 stock. But a lot of left and right off-stage aggression. We haven't seen a whole lot of it from Yoda Cage, so if MPG is controlling on stage, maybe Yoda Cage has found his left and right off-stage control, and that's 2/3 of the area going the way of his control. But he has to force MPG out right now. Good little string to get started.
Okay.
But it has to be dragged out to the right side of the stage, but he backs off aggression to prioritize the Mecha Koopa.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, with the Mecha Koopa, that kind of just gives you the chance to start pulling your way forward.
But he already has 91. I think he could have just gone a lot more farther in.
Yeah, and you see it right there. The Mecha Koopa is more of just like a mind game thing. Like, either you're going to come to me or I'm going to come to you. Eventually, we are going to meet up, and the moment that we do, I'm going to make sure I win this interaction. As you see right now, Yoda Cage on the upper edge, trying to get some Gimp call out right there, but nothing going to come in his favor.
Right now, air dodging to escape that blade because we saw how many betrayals would come in, but no, it's all going to be homegrown toolkit for Yoda Cage as he takes it 2-1 up against MPG. MPG has to pick up the pieces fast or he is going to be sent into losers into an insane regular Bairs tonight.
Yeah, and both these players, I mean, really trying to push themselves into that grand final spot, putting themselves in a very comfortable position where they would have to lose only 6 games straight, or just 6 games in general, to be considered a loser here in Bairs 357. However, Yoda Cage one more game to punching his ticket into the grand final spot as MPG. I don't know. Do you see a stage swap, or do you think we're? Oh no, we're rocking it back.
Okay. We'll see if
it's been going back and forth. I mean,
yeah, but Yoda Cage certainly has seemed to found his footing on this stage, where he's struggled with the no higher platform to escape from all the strings that MPG was sending Yoda Cage to that higher blast zone with. So Yoda Cage finding his ground on this stage is huge. So, I mean, again, we can't speak for the players that are sitting out there feeling everything out, but I certainly agree with you. Maybe try to feel something. It is do or die, so a stage pick that you find out too quickly does not go in your favor is certainly a huge momentum swing to the opposing player. So maybe MPG just wants a little more comfortability in terms of keeping everything homogenous and sort of relying on adaptation alone to get things back in his wheelhouse.
Adaptation is only something that can get you so far, especially if your other opponent is adapting, counter-adapting against you. So
that's true.
You know, you have to be very careful about it, but MPG knows better than we do. Like mentioned before, we see Yoda Cage playing hard with the jazz, but no. MPG not phased whatsoever. Gonna get that first stock.
Yeah, taking that double parry, going left, right, off the cuff, and again, just spending a little too long, relying on it a bit too much. I think its usefulness has run its course, Yoda Cage, as right now, again, he's just struggling to get back to stage, and like we alluded to before, that wall of attacks sort of doesn't work him out for MPG here, but with Crash Bomb assisting, he is circumventing any sort of edge guard that Yoda Cage is trying to stifle MPG's recovery with, and barring this back air, he does have a Crash Bomb safe haven. Just MPG just finding the gaps in the aggression that Yoda Cage is at least trying to throw out on the left and right of the stage.
Yeah, right now it seems like MPG is just chilling right now, finding his openings as he does so, and with 3 stocks still to work with, that is already Yoda Cage on the final stock, finally going to put himself on the board, but that is a whole stock deficit that you have to deal with MPG, who has not been making it easy for Yoda Cage to even get damage. But this is the first time we see signs of life coming out from Yoda now in this game 4.
Charging ahead with those strings that led to the right. A dangerous little spin out as he chanced it a little too close to Mega Man. It did prove his benefit, though. And again, just playing that mid to far range, and the coverage with the spin, fiending for the kill is Yoda Cage. Back it up just a little bit after it doesn't work out, or else MPG surges ahead, forces him out to the left yet again. Another string will give MPG the equalizer that he's looking for here. But again, Yoda Cage recognizing that he went maybe a little too hard. He's resetting back to neutral.
Oh, yeah. This not.
But just
air dodged.
a little too late, yeah.
You air dodged right at the ledge, and it cost you the stock. I mean, that was a great. I mean, we're really seeing the back and forth action from these two. Like, it's a very close game. Game 1 into MPG demolish into a pretty close game 3, and now MPG demolishing once again. And Yoda Cage is not phased whatsoever because I do not see a state. Oh, never mind. He made me eat my he made me eat my words. Now there's a tech that I saw Peanut Mega Man from I think like South Carolina or Georgia. Like there was a tech that he did on the stage where it's literally Mega Man stalling with Crash Bomber at the bottom
the Merry
part.
Christmas.
The Merry Christmas,
yeah. Okay, I got you.
I would love to see MPG do that. Like he MPG commented on it. He's like, "Oh, interesting." So I want to see if that would be a factor if MPG is able to have a lead to work around, of course. But that's not going to be an easy task, as both these players just trying to get a feel now on the stage. But first blood, first damage is going to go in favor of Yoda Cage.
Yeah, just first blood, apropos term. He is opening up a blood clinic right now. As MPG, to his credit though, just evens it right back up, nearly going 40 apiece there. A little bit of a nickel and dime going the way of back and forth again, but Yoda Cage surging ahead right now. And again, that stage control that we alluded to in the first rounds, it's benefiting Yoda Cage, but again, MPG realizing he's backing off a lot of pressure, able to escape a couple combos, and MPG is DIing out, and he's sort of escaping a lot more than we saw earlier. So I think this refreshed state of mind from MPG could prove his benefit.
Yeah, and finally the Leaf Shield being a factor right now. We haven't really been seeing much Leaf Shield come out. It hasn't really been able to play much of a factor for MPG the way that he would like to. However, it may come it may be a very good use for this Game 5 if he's able to find those moments. I mean, it's all about conditioning, and we have to see things that we haven't seen before coming out from both these players. A lot of jabs have been coming out this whole set from Yoda Cage, and it seems like MPG is not going to let it happen easily this time around.
Nah, like you said, we do have to see surprising things, and remember what I said about that magic hat on MPG.
Yeah.
If it is going to be anybody to pull things out of sleeves, out of hat, out of pocket, it is going to be him. With that 129, though, he doesn't have Yoda Cage doesn't have a whole lot of ground to work up here and make it back even. But again, that wall coming through for MPG, just making it so hard for Yoda Cage to find that nair to close the gap and put MPG on his toes. Just MPG giving him just little to nothing. Finally getting that back air cincher. But 42, that is, you may think it's pretty only an inch, but it is a mile in terms of these very, very clutch situations.
Yeah, and it seems like now Yoda Cage is starting to respect a lot of that spacing from Mega Man, what he can pull off, especially with those metal blades. We're seeing them pay off, and we see the Gimp with the Leaf Shield the first time in this set where it matters the most. Now MPG on the driver's seat, sitting real comfortably right now with a one-stock lead.
Yo, he went down there with the Leaf Shield trying to decorate the stage with all the holly, and he just forgot, oh, I want to decorate it down here. Oh, you got hit by it? My bad.
Nah, deck the halls. Deck the halls. I'm about to deck you, bro. You about to get decked. That's exactly what MPG is saying. Forget decking the halls. We decking each other now. Right now, MPG putting on a clinic on this final stock, looking real clean. 50% already tacked on, and Yoda Cage is kind of just like lost all that momentum that we saw earlier in this. Oh, what?
But okay, to Yoda Cage's credit, he's able to pick up a little bit of a combo string off of a little extension, too far of an extension from MPG. But after the fact, just MPG just closed down shop on stage. And Yoda Cage, again, just relying on that all too often seen jab. Finally gets that cincher, but at 112, I mean, the survivability of Bowser Jr. is questionable at some hits, but it is not going to be enough here, the big body, as Yoda Cage gets the laugh in. That was a well-fought battle from both players. Yoda Cage laughing it off. Very, very commendable from both players, but Merry Christmas, one way or another, for MPG. Going to sit